Hello, and welcome back to Carbi Plays Caves of Could. I believe this is episode 9. I don't think I said on the last episode that was episode 8, so I might be off, but I'll change it in post. Everything will be just fine. We got back from Golgotha, we met some cool peeps, and we're at the Grit Gate. We're about to decide where to go next. But first, I really need to drop off these plastic trees, because they're taking a whole 10 pounds of weight and not really doing anything useful. So we'll be stopping back at Miraquil and just dropping some stuff off. Make sure. Alright, good. We still have a few cells that still have charge in them. I'm surprised we haven't come across a solar cell yet. I'm used to finding those pretty often. Oh, right, let's further the quest from Otho. Because Otho wanted to talk to us about something important. Let's talk to him. Are you ready to discuss the signal? Hell yes. Give me the deets. The signal is a repeat transmission being broadcast from an unknown source. A tinker must have detected it and recorded it onto the data disk you brought us. However, we've known about the signal for years. One of our tinkers, Q-Girl, discovered it while rigging a long-wave detector. Unfortunately, it's encrypted, and we do not have the means here to decrypt it. You may be of some help in this matter, however. We've long known the location of a fully functioning Beetle within the bowels of the Great Hall Bethesda Susa. The Mechanimists have consecrated the site around it and built a temple there. Q-Girl claims to have developed the means to decrypt the signal, but she needs the computing power of the Beetle. If you can infiltrate the Mechanimist compound, you may be able to engage the Beetle and decode the signal. What the hell is a Beetle? They are antique stones located in certain places deep within the caverns of Could. We believe they are some sort of hyper-advanced machines built by the Eaters. Often one claims to possess a sentience of its own. However, most of them have gone haywire in the aeons since their creation. It is rare indeed to discover one whose circuitry is wholly uncorroded. The Mechanimists worship this one as an idol, and they will protect it at all costs. You will need to find a way through their host to the Beetle itself. Do you believe you can accomplish this task? We've been fighting off psychic assassins from another dimension for weeks now. I think we can handle a few weirdos from this dimension, yes. Good, apprentice. Speak to Q-Girl in the workshop. She'll encode her instructions for the Beetle onto a copy of the disk. There's one more thing. The Beetle is located beneath the ancient cryo-burrows of the Eaters. Time has worked to erode the mechanisms that contain their cryogenic mist. That freezing vapor billows out of the chambers freely now, cooling the entire cavern. You will want to procure warm clothing to protect yourself. The spoils of the Mechanimists are yours to keep. Remember, apprentice, Barathrum will look kindly upon your service. I will return with the data, steward. Oh yeah, we got the stamped one. We need to go to Q-Girl to get it. I forgot what she's going to do to it, but what she needs to do a thing to it. And then, we're going to decide where to go next. Because we're not going to go to Bethesda just yet. Yes. Can you encode your instructions for the Beetle onto the disk? I do, Bay Friend. I will imprint them now. Thank you, Q-Girl. Aw, yeah. Okay. Let's look at all my crap real quick. Okay, let's warp back to Miraquil, get our inventory sorted out. Because I know inventory management isn't the most interesting thing. But let's do that real quick, and then we'll look at the map and decide where to go next. Aw, yeah. Okay. Let's have a little snack. And then go up to where we keep all of our stuff. Before that, let's decorate the pillar on which we keep all of our stuff. That's why I keep the plastic trees around, just for this occasion. One, please. Thank you. Look how pretty it is. I'm gonna also put one right here. It adds some much needed color. to wherever we're gonna keep all of our stuff stored. Yep, perfect. We're gonna go up. And I'm gonna put my chair down. I only have the one chair, so I'm gonna put it like right here. Sorry if the pink screen is kinda blinding. I have the option on to highlight any stairs up or down or any pits with a pinkish glow. So I don't like accidentally miss out on seeing seeing the stairs or have to go like look for them or whatever. I'm gonna say to hell with keeping things organized and just dump some crap. Let's get rid of this. Keep those cells. Those grenades are good to have. That might want to put up Randomicus Worm's Gift, even though it is super interesting. We don't use it nearly as much. We don't need this scratch data disk because that's a copy of the data disk we already have. We don't have the skill to use our buckler yet, so we'll just put that up. Want to keep that. Basically money. Let's put one of our water skins of water up, because water is heavy. Let's get rid of, I guess, the one with 20 grams. That's fine. And transfer. There we go. That should, yeah, now we have 40, I almost said 40 meters. I mean 40 pounds of carrying capacity. And I remember that I have forgotten to do something very important. So give me just a quick sec as I reach over and do that super quick. And I'm talking to fill up the dead air while I do this. There we go. This episode's just going to be a little bit longer because I forgot to set the timer again. Okay, so we're here. And here's the map as we know it now. We have 3 options at this moment. We can go to Bethesda Susa, which is all the way north of the Grit Gate, right here. Eon-shifted stone entombs the Angulus architecture of Bethesda's lair. And then we have 2 other choices. One of my favorites is Bela. At the center of this particularly thick copse, the vegetation clears. Flower-bedecked huts huddle in the clearing within, surrounded by flanks of tidy water vine roads and carefully tended la. This is Bela, one of the Kindred from the 6-day stilt, which is up in the desert in the upper left there, gave us a task of going to Bela and seeing what the heck is wrong and to help them out. They even gave us a snack for that, which was very kind. But our third option is to go down here to this little mushroom city, or mushroom village, Kayakukia, a jungle village of 8 god worshippers and their giant mushroom dwellings. I believe that we are high enough level to we can take on that if we wish. Let's see. Let's go to Bela. We'll sort out their problem. Then we'll go down here, and then once we sort out their problem, we'll go to Bethesda Susa and continue on from there. How does that sound? I assume it sounds good because I'm streaming this and I can't see the chat because I don't have 2 monitors and I'm not savvy enough to set up chat where I can see it. So we could teleport to the Grit Gate and just walk a little bit there, but since we have wilderness knowledge, salt pans, I think just walking there will be just fine. We have the water, we have the food, and we got lost just a few squares away, but that's okay. Oh, there we go, that was easy. There is a chitinous puma, like, right there. Double check our... Oh yeah, that's right, we have temporal fugue now. I almost forgot. I'll just life drain this guy. What am I equipped with? Oh yeah, Carbi longsword. Sick. Oh, hello droid. I thought you were friendly for like half a second, and then you hit me in the face. And here is Bela. That's a neat place for it to put me. Okay, immediately we can see these colorful little flowery huts. I really like them. It looks nice. And then we have some Fondren, which are little children. Okay, basically all the people that live in this village are deer people. They're like deer tar people. We got little fawnlings. They're really nice. We got Angohind. Those who have listened to the Adventure Zone Balance arc. Yeah, this is a reference to that. And we got Hindran Scout. I just... 2 words describes them the best is anxiety personified. And then we have like a little Kindred Warden over there. And yeah, let's talk to Angohind. Here stands a slight figure in a tailored vest. Wire-trimmed lenses propped in front of curious blue eyes. Like all the other Fondren, this fawn on the cusp of manhood exudes a powerful curiosity. Unlike the other Fondren, his curiosity is tempered by poise and honed to a dagger's point by discipline. His brilliance is wasted here. Let's talk to them. Something strange is afoot in Bela, and no mistake, but I am forbidden from investigating. If only there were another detective that I could advise. We can drink for now. Let's talk to this little fondling. Is it true that 9 out of 10 Kindred cannot speak or understand language? You're not wrong. What is this? A severed tongue? This wrought black lump of stringy flesh could have been someone's diseased tongue. Okay, let's talk to this person. Appearing dazed. It can't be true. Would you really? They're in a sort of a daze, so let's keep moving. We got some villagers, got some scouts, and here's some of the big peeps. Heindrach Ke, though time has wizened and weakened the elder of Bela, still her gaze and voice are as strong as any Hindran in the hidden village. Stronger, in truth, for hers is the final word on any matter pertaining to her people. In the name of tradition, she is Heindrach. On the lips of her children, she is Grand Doe. To all the villagers of Bela, she is law. She's the big, important person, and this is Kesahind. Muscle and hide, a face fixed in an unthinking glare, and a weapon upon his hip. His face fur aligns itself along the edges of his square-jawed scowl. You might feel guilty for thinking this Hindran a rank thug, were he not so clearly enamored of the role. And that back there is just another Fondren. Let's go, since she's the big, important person, let's talk to her first. Live and drink, Kindred. I am Heindrach Ke. Welcome to Bela. It is nearly unprecedented for one such as you to pass by our scouts unaccosted, but these are unprecedented circumstances. I have a task for you. Are you interested? Yes, go on. Good. We Hindran are a close-knit and styad people, and our safety depends on our solidarity. In order to preserve our safety and culture, we ask that any of our number who leave us never come back. Recently, one such exile took the treasure of our village, a bracelet named Kindrish, with her when she left. None of our number can leave to get it back, or it will be a violation of the values that I have guarded, and the Heindrachs before me, for countless generations. Will you help us recover our treasure? We have a small cache of valuables we can offer as reward. Alright, I'll find your treasure. Excellent. I will do my best to reward you to your satisfaction. Though her name is sand in my mouth now, the exile who stole Kindrish is called Eskind. She left a few weeks ago and took her sister and brother with her. I don't know where she's gone, but Warden Nilahind might, as they were close friends as children. Find Eskind and retrieve Kindrish from her, even if the cost is the life of her and her siblings. Kindrish has been handed down over countless generations, and it belongs to my people, not any individual. Go, Kindred. Speak to Warden Nilahind, and find out where Eskind is hidden. As you say. Yep. And quest is called Petals on the Wind, which is really cool. Let's talk to this thug person. No sudden moves around the Hindrar, Kendrin. I'm watching you. Who are you? I am Kessahind, protector of Hindrak's Ke, the Grand Doe of Bela. May I ask you some questions? You may not. Oh. Oh. Okay. Let's explore a little bit more before we head out. Because there is a person's tongue just lying there, and I'm going to give it a wide berth as I talk to the warden. Warden Nilahind. During dazed eye, it can't be true. Esk, would you really? Warden Nilahind? Ah, yes, my apologies, Kendrin. Live and drink. I am Nilahind, Warden of Bela. How may I help you? Hindra Ark told me that you were once friends with Eskind. We were, yes, we were close. I can scarcely believe that she would be capable of doing such a thing. Stealing our greatest treasure? Eskind wouldn't possibly. But if Grand Doe says it, it must be so. Do you know where Eskind and her siblings might have gone? Oh, Esk and I, we had a place. There's a path to the east that leads to the remains of a lightning-struck tree, made hollow by the fire from above. She and I would spend time there back then. Perhaps she is there now, but I don't dare check. I will. Thank you. Ooh, optional. Speak. Okay. We could have done that the hard way and just ran around and hope we ran into her, but we did the smart thing, which is to actually talk to someone. That's a tongue up there, but what's this? A bloody patch of fur. This patch of furry skin is painted with dried blood. Okay, so someone was sick, and there's been signs of violence. That's really weird. It's also different from the last time I played this. Let's talk to one of the fawns again. I like what their questions are. Is it true that Kindred sometimes die of cooking too hard? Yeah. Yeah, there's like a really small chance with certain ingredients that you just die. But if we come across those ingredients, we'll have fun with it. I want to explore a little bit. There's a little statue back here. Statue of a deer. Abandoned in a tucked-away hut on Bela's outskirts, this enormous statue of Hornsfell languishes under a layer of withered vegetation. It depicts a majestic deer with one hoof raised from the ground, its human-like eyes judging its surroundings and finding them wanting. The metal plaque on the base of the statue hasn't fared well over the centuries. The only glyphs you can make out are K, R, S, and H. Mysterious. Oh, and there's their little fields of water vine, and I don't know how, but they were able to tame the law blooms, which normally, normally they're hostile and they summon these spiked seed balls that run up to you and explode, and they just don't stop making those, and it's really annoying. This is an engraved leather scraps. Leather scraps were cut from a leather swath for some unknown leatherworking project, and they're engraved with the life of the ancient Sultan Police. In 296, Police, the shrewd progeny of fish, Skrull and Cyan, died of natural causes. He was 65 years old. Huh. I'm gonna leave that there for now. Let's go over to their little clay oven thing right here and eat of their food. Mala soup. Whenever you drink fresh water, there's a 25% chance you become immune to fear for 6 hours. Well, that's interesting. That has a greater benefit to deer people than to me, honestly, because it seems like these deer people kind of need stuff like that. This is Isahind. It is not merely the icy vapor trails from this hindrance hands that make her stand out, nor is it her fierce eyebrows or dark shoulder-length hair, her open arms or foreign-made tunic. Most striking about this hindrance trader is the fact that she directs a friendly smile at everyone, even an intruding outsider. Oh, a real-life kindred, here in our village. Live and drink, lovely friend. If you'd care to trade, I have a modest amount of local goods I can offer. Let's trade. See what they got. They got mostly food, some witchword bark. Lob petals are great for cooking food with fear effect related things, and Leather bracers. What are these? This pair of simple arm braces is crafted from boiled boar leather and tied on with braided lace. The strips of protective hide are designed to redirect glancing blows to the arm and protect poor archers from their own errant bowstrings. Whenever you buy one of these, when you buy the bracers, they come in a set and they take up both your arm slots, which sucks if you're using a buckler or have anything else, but they do provide one armor, so I will buy one of those and see if we can wear them. If not, it'd be nice to have a little souvenir from our time in Bela. Oh, I can just buy it straight up with the money I got. Everything else here is way too expensive. Yes, give me those. Alright. Let's see what we're wearing. Right now we have a compass bracelet, and bloodstained neck ring. They don't provide any. Bloodstained neck ring gives us baboon reputation, which, Compass bracelet has some use. Chance of becoming lost reduced by 10%. Not bad, but we're good enough. We can handle wearing these. Alright, perfect. Now we look cool, and our armor's higher. Neela said to go east, if I remember right, so let's go east. Oops, excuse me. Go east. I believe it was east. Yep, here's the road. We just follow this. Did I follow it right? Okay, yep, this is correct. Correct. Oh, I see the road now. These colors were hard to distinguish. Is this hostile? Nope. Okay, good. Oh, there's a bear down there. There you go, I helped you out. And now you're coming to attack me. Okay. Such is life. Just a robot right over here. Reprogrammed scrap shoveler. Reprogrammed by the mechanimists. Are there mechanimists here? I would think so. Oh, that's a lava bloom. Let's fire. Alright, good. Okay. Let's just continue. Okay, yeah, let's continue on. What are those? Oh, I see what happened. Chitinous Puma charged this glow pad. Plants don't really have blood, they have sap, so sap kinda got everywhere. But we can help out. There we go, easy peasy. Slug snout, easy peasy. Ooh, some fresh water. How about you get over here and you don't taint our freshwater pal? Another slime, okay. Oh, this is the first time I'm using our cool carbine that the Marathermites gave us. It fires 3 bullets at once, which is super useful. Collect some of this water, leave a little bit left for the fishes. Another lava bloom. Fighting plants, fire's king. Some more amoebas. There we go. So yeah, the albino cave bears basically gave us a freaking AK-47. I believe this is the place. What are these? Charred wood. Yeah, this place has been struck pretty bad. What was that? Over here. Hidden in this tree, it's illuminated crumpled sheet of paper. The sheet of Brinestalk pulp paper is covered in a shaky ink scrawl. It looks like it's been crumpled and uncrumpled many times. Illuminated. This book is adorned with decorative marginalia and illustrations. It's worth 30% more. Let's just take that. And Get over here, and if no one's looking, let's read it, because it is one of the more interesting parts of Cud. When evil thoughts accost my blackened soul, and splitting head feels much more like a hole, when spitting anger boils up in my blood, and hardened heart despises all of Cud. But you look at me with those sweet eyes, and you're close enough to tantalize. But my heart ascends the spindle's height, and I know that everything's alright. What need we have for eating in a yurt? Our parents will not farming till we hurt. What do we gain from ease us when we hurt? Our village shall not to the past revert. Although I may succumb to nature's fang, my heart needs more than one square parasang. Oh, that's really good. I do need to note that that is procedurally generated. That is a procedurally generated love poem. Yeah, I'm always excited to see this piece of paper every time I start up a new game, because sometimes it missteps here or there, but it's always interesting. Oh, hello. Okay, there we go. Here is the people we're looking for. S-kind. The proud stance of this Hindran and the fire in her eyes immediately set her apart from her Servidian kinfolk. Those sharp green eyes peer out over the white-flecked reddish fur of her cheeks, and her split philtrum is the only deviation from the meticulously neutral straight lines of her lips. Save for the leather bracers on her arms, nothing she wears or wields is of Hindran make, not the long folded carbide blade in one hand, nor the emerald light dagger in the other, not the scaly boots on all 4 feet, nor the chain halberd draped over her chest. And this is Leahart. She's so small as to appear to be Fondred, but closer inspection reveals that this Hindran is a fully grown runt, tense like a coiled spring, but with a furtive gaze far more calculating than one expects from a child. She wears her hair in a pair of buns tied as tight as her nerves, and a leather apron wraps close over her torso. Her little hands, curled and twitching, are covered with the burns and cuts that mark her as an amateur tinker. And this is Mayahind. This lanky Hindran's thin frame seems even thinner, wrapped as it is in Elistine and wilting in an unassuming hunch. Still, her bright emerald eyes take in her surroundings with more insight than anxiety, and her fingers flicker a complex rhythm in the air as she stands idle. Her lightly furred face moves little, even as she speaks. Let's talk to Eskahind, because that's who we're after. Hold there. Who are you, and what do you want? We have a few options. Could kill her. I mean, that's what that's what the Hydrarch expects us to do. I'm gonna go with let's go with I am justice. Give back what you stole. What I stole supplies to sustain myself and my sisters, nothing more, and little enough that no one would suffer for its absence. Would you cut those for my hide? No, you stole the treasure called Kindrish. Eskind burst into full-throated laughter. That's her angle? The claim I stole Kindrish? Her influence must be waning more than I even know. What are you saying? What do you imagine I'm saying? The aging, ineffectual leader of a village in isolation, a system that strives to forget anyone who sees the outside, no matter how much inhabitants strive for a better tomorrow. Baylaw's isolationism provides ideal patsies for any crime the Hydrarch chooses to commit. You think Kea stole the treasure? Aye, you, Kindred, are just as thick as the elders. I had hoped otherwise. Yes, I'm suggesting that old Grando is trying to fool you, and the village as well. I'm not certain that she stole it herself, but an investigation might undermine her authority, and she cannot have that. What should I do, then? The proof is in the petals, Kindred. You want justice? Figure out the truth. If you find evidence, Warden Nilahind will support you. Speak to her. She is loyal to Grando, but more loyal to the truth. I will return to the village, and we will sort this out. The Hydrarch will have to tolerate my presence until my name is cleared. I will live and drink. Alright, we got a mystery on our hands. Let's go to the world map and head back to Bela, which isn't too far away. Alright, we're here. Let's see who to talk to first. Let's talk to... Actually, let's talk to ANGUS. Kindred, a moment of your time, please. You are Valdura, yes? You seek to solve a mystery here in the village, yes? How do you know all that? I hoped you would ask. I closely study the works of the great bard, Willow Shakespeare. In particular, I am most fond of the stories of the great plant detective, Hemlock Cone. Through these stories, I have learned to hone my perceptions and deductive skill to a fine point. It is my dearest hope that one day I shall be known not as ANGUS, village bookworm, but ANGUS, master detective. My grandhind has forbidden me from looking into the strange doings in the village, but she said nothing about me teaching you the ins and outs of detective work. What say you? I'm listening. Oh, truly, you won't regret this, Kindred. I promise. So let's get to it. Every mystery hinges on the detection and interpretation of evidence. As Hemlock Cone said, ere any prosecution can commence, accusers must obtain some evidence. The solving lies in seeing and locating, supporting clues as well as implicating. How do I find evidence? Professor Cones taught me everything about finding evidence. Though evidence you found upon the ground may yet be sound, if it will be sufficient is a toss-up. Examine all your suspects and their homes and all round, and find a witness who may dish the gossip. You may find evidence by looking at things on the ground, but you can also look at your suspects to see if there's anything off about them. You can also ask around to see if anyone has seen or heard anything strange, and different witnesses may have different things to report. What about supporting evidence? Supporting evidence can be any sign that something is amiss that you can't directly tie to an individual. One common example is a bloodstain, which indicates that violence was committed, but doesn't tell you by whom. At its heart, supporting evidence is most powerful when paired with implicating evidence. Once you have both, you'll be in a good position to accuse a suspect of wrongdoing. What is implicating evidence, please? Implicating evidence is what it sounds like. Evidence that implicates someone's involvement in a crime. For example, if someone observes strange behavior in a person, or if you found something weird in a person's room, or even if you observe them behaving strangely yourself, that's implicating evidence. Most of the time, a piece of implicating evidence isn't proof of a crime in and of itself, but when presented alongside supporting evidence, implicating evidence is the seed of truth from which grows the long frond of justice. What if I find implicating evidence for multiple suspects? As Professor Cones once said, we know the reach of law, however long, is not the finest judge of right and wrong. Choose not what evidence thou wilt present, ere its consequence is evident. In short, you must use your judgment and intuition, Kindred. What to say next? What if I accuse the wrong person? There's always a risk, Kindred. Nilahine knows everyone in the village very well. If you present supporting evidence that contradicts something the warden knows to be true about the suspect, well, she probably won't believe you. In fact, she might not let you accuse that person again, so be careful. If you make too many bad accusations, you might lose credibility with her entirely. I see. I have further questions. Actually, I don't. That's basically everything. That is all. Live and drink. Okay. That's a lot of words. So to summarize, we need to find like we basically need to find like a tangible piece of evidence, like something from like off the ground, and what is it? What was I saying? Oh yeah, and implicating evidence, which is someone acting strangely to basically link the two, so we can accuse someone of doing the thing, which is stealing the bracelet. So first things first is, let's have a quick look around. We have noticed already 3 things on the ground that are off, which is the severed tongue. Oh gross, there's a rotten tongue on the ground. You note this piece of information in the gossip and lore section of your journal. And conveniently, the game will record any of the stuff we find or learn. Bloody patch of fur. Patch of hindrance fur, there's blood on it. Make a note of it. And over here is leather scraps. How odd, someone dropped some scraps of cut leather here. You note this piece of information in your journal. Okay. I'm going to take this tongue, and it's mine now. Okay. Let's look at Nilahind. All lithe muscle and attentive vigilance. Nilahind becomes her occupation as the Warden of Bela. She wears an adapted suit of plate armor, its folds draping over her strong flanks, but her brown eyes betray another truth. Inside the body of this stout warrior hides an anxious and fearful Frondrin. Let's talk to her. Wait, why is Esk here? What's going on? Do you have Kindrish? No, Esk claims to be wrongfully accused. Oh, but what now? We will investigate and find the truth. Oh, well, yes, that's a good idea. You'll help, right? My axe arm and conviction are strong, but deduction has never been my greatest strength. I can answer questions about the people in town, if that would be helpful. It would. Could you answer some questions now? Of course, Kindred, ask away. Can you tell me about the Hindriarch? Kea is very wise and very careful, which makes up for her lack of strength. She always knows what's right, and she runs the village perfectly. She hates clutter from work like nothing else, and cleans up any mess she makes. Unless it's a spill, then she makes Keshind do it. In fact, Grando very much mislikes any liquid not in a bowl or water skin. Being in a shallow pool is enough to make her panic. She's allergic to copper and bronze. They make her break out in hives. She's too old to spar with me, but her bow arm still aims true. I have another question. What about Eskind? Oh, she's a good person with strong convictions, or so I thought. I suppose that isn't helpful. Esk has a good eye for detail. She hates water vines so much that she doesn't like to get near the fields, and won't eat mats when it's served to her without la broth to make it taste better. She's afraid of saltbacks, she's good at forging, and terrible at crafting. I miss her. That's good to know. Let's finish asking these 2 other questions, and we'll wrap up the episode. What can you tell me about Keshind? He's completely loyal to Grando. He's not very nice, if you ask me, but I suppose you didn't. He can't see well in the darkness. He's the holder of Ari, an unbreakable heirloom fire axe, and he's very skilled with it. Oh, and he's terribly finicky about food. He'll only eat bland food and meat. And, oh, once, when he had a bad cough as a Fondren, a caretaker tried to feed him yuck wheat, and he kicked her so hard it dislocated her jaw. Poor Esselhind. Nice. What do you know about the outsiders, the Kendrin? Oh, not very much. The only Kendrin who are allowed in the village before you are traders, and it's always a very big fuss when one comes by. It's been a while since that happened, though. Have any more questions? Nope, that's it. Alright, that's the end. This episode. Next episode should wrap up our little quest here in Bela. I will see you then.